What up, guys? It's your boy BZ back again with another video, and today I'm gonna try to be as concise as possible. Today's video is Storenvy versus Big Cartel. These are like the two, like, kind of entry level, free to use platforms that you can start off your brand on. When I started back in 2000 something 9, I started with a Big Cartel, cause Storenvy, I don't think Storenvy came out until like 2010, 2011. So I was on Big Cartel. I really hated the aesthetic. This was like before you could either do custom CSS all together, or there was like one layout. And like, I know CSS, I know HTML through the MySpace days, and that's kind of how I started. And then I took college classes for it. But like, for me, I didn't want to do all that, create my own divs and all this like image hosting. I just kind of wanted to like pick a really dope layout and then tweak it a little bit and make it work for me. But you couldn't really do that on Big Cartel. So when Storenvy came out, I was like, wow, this is kind of like an Etsy. It's free. Big Cartel, I think I was paying like $20 a month. For like, I think it's like 100 products or something. Whereas like Storenvy, you could have unlimited products. But the thing about Storenvy was, they started introducing. All right, let me start all this. So I was on Big Cartel. I was like getting sick of it, so I moved to Storenvy. I spent most of Epyon Royal's early life, up until like 2015 or 2015, I was on Storenvy. The reason why I like Storenvy over Big Cartel was because it had like a social element to it. You go to the homepage, Storenvy, and then they curate products. So you could buy stuff from all these stores on the homepage. Like, you could search for things. You could use tags. People that were looking for a yellow duffel bag, they could just type in yellow duffel bag. And if I had my product tagged correctly, they would be more likely to find it. Whereas on Big Cartel, there was no marketplace. It was basically all the traffic that you got was a result of you promoting on however you promote. Um, Over time, Storenvy started introducing all these features, like $5 a month, and you can have all these different discounts. I think it was like $5 a month, and you could use your custom URL like epyonroyal.com instead of like storenvy.epyonroyal.com. So I paid for a couple of those, and then with the marketplace, they started saying, oh, we're doing all these things to generate marketplace sales. Basically, a marketplace sale is if somebody comes and buys something from you, but they don't type epyonroyal.com, and they find you through the storenvy.com marketplace. And they started tacking on, I think it was like 10%, like a 10% fee for that. And it was kind of like, that's cool and all. I mean, if you're giving me the sale and I didn't have to do any marketing or spend any money for it, 10% is nothing. But what I started noticing was all my regular customers started just showing up as marketplace sales. And I know these are people that are typing in epyonroyal.com or clicking through links. And I was using my Google Analytics. So it would be like, on Google Analytics, this transaction started by somebody typing epyonroyal.com and then clicking the website, but somehow it was getting marked as a marketplace fee, so I was getting charged 10%, 10%, 10%. Then they started using this company called Stripe to accept payments, whereas before it was like strictly PayPal. They started using Stripe so they could do their marketplace fee, because with PayPal, it's set up differently. Stripe, it would allow Storenvy to effectively take their marketplace fee out of the transaction before you get your money, if that makes sense. Whereas on PayPal, you almost get your money. Oh, well, no, you actually get your money instantly. So for me, I was like, what? This is lame. Like, it started changing. Then I was like, let me see what else is out there. I looked at like Shopify and like $40 a month. And I like maybe at that time I was just like, I don't know, who knows, $40 isn't that much, but save everywhere you can. So I was like, all right, well, let me look at Big Cartel. I noticed they had some really cool layouts. And you could really brand it to be your custom website. You could take away everything that says Big Cartel, like on the bottom, everywhere. Like my website right now is hosted on Big Cartel. And you wouldn't be able to tell unless you were like super familiar with Big Cartel. It looks like, let me see, can I prop this up? Cause my arm is weak, yo. My arm is weak. Hold on, let's see, y'all. Is it yeah, this ain't gonna work. Yo, super low budget. No, fuck this shit. Anyway, so I went back to Big Cartel, made my website super aesthetically pleasing, but what I noticed was on Storenvy, I was getting like hundreds of visits per day, and on Big Cartel, it was like I was lucky to get 100 visits. So I don't know. I don't know if that's like a calculation error, like maybe Storenvy inflates the numbers. I don't know what it was. But I left, I went to Big Cartel, started building again. And just recently I was like, why don't I have a Storenvy and a Big Cartel? Like I could set up the Storenvy and I don't promote it at all, but I use all my tags, I put everything in there, so people that are just looking for yellow duffel bag, maybe they'll find my brand and make a purchase. It's like, I was just thinking, oh, I wanted all my products to be sold through my website only, because that's professional. And it's like, the older I get and the longer I've been doing this, I'm like thinking, why don't I have an Etsy account too? Why don't I have a Storenvy account? Like, and like I told you guys like a couple months ago, I even listed my stuff like on Facebook pages. They allow you to make like a little store thing on Facebook, and you have the option, people could buy directly from Facebook, or you could just link it to your website. So I was just like, why not just add my products to the Facebook market thing and then link them to my main website? Why not have a Storenvy as well and just try to see if the marketplace pushes sales to my thing? And I already started the Etsy, but I have to add all the products and the tags, and I haven't really logged into Etsy in depth to look at everything and see how it works, see how you're charged. From what I hear is, you set your products up, it's like free, but every transaction, every time you sell stuff, they like make a bill. So it's like every month or whatever, like 2% of all your sales gets billed to you to pay to them, which isn't really an issue if they're driving the sale. Does that make any sense? So I'm gonna add all my stuff to Etsy also. It's like, I figured, why not have multiple marketplaces, work on the main website, prioritize it, but also have these other outlets where people that Etsy has a huge user base. Why not put stuff on there with the proper tags and maybe make some sales? So as I'm setting up my Storenvy again, I logged in and I'm like, whoa, I don't even have any of these products anymore. So I had to like remove a lot of products because my store was private, so people couldn't buy this stuff anyway. I added like almost all of the current stuff. I still have to add like a handful more items. And I noticed they had this feature which could have been a game changer back in the day, and it's an abandoned cart feature. So if people come to your website and they're interested and they put a cart together, like they put a bunch of your products in a cart, and then for whatever reason they log off, or maybe it was too much money for them or whatever, Storenvy allows you to email them and say, hey, you had a cart available, are you interested? And they for a paid, that's free, which is cool. And then like a paid element, I have the hiccups, I'm dying. The paid element is like, bruh. The paid element is you can have it automated. So like if somebody abandons a cart, you could set it to like, oh, remind this person in a week or 24 hours. Or you can even give them a discount code, which is kind of crazy. So if somebody came, put a bunch of stuff in their cart, they're like, oh, it's too much, the shipping is too much. You can just automate a discount code, here's 25% off, and that might get you the sale. So there are new features on Storenvy. I even thought, like, man, why not just move my site back? Um, I'm not ready to do that yet, but I'm gonna have both. You know, why not have both? Um, Storenvy has their own users that just shop there. Etsy does too. But basically, the main differences, the whole point of this video initially, the main differences between Big Cartel and Storenvy, Big Cartel is like, you're on your own, we don't have a ton of features, but you can make your website look super professional, and you pay $20 a month for 100 products, and then they have like a $30 a month, maybe even a $40 a month that have, I don't even know if they have more features, they just let you put more products on there. So it's like bare bones. But you don't get a lot of the hiccups that come with a company that's saying, "Oh yeah, we gave you this customer." If you like feel like as if that's like one of your actual regular people that you know that bought from EpyonRoyal.com versus Storenvy.com/EpyonRoyal. But yeah, and then like I said, Storenvy has way more features. Storenvy is technically free, and I don't know. At this point, if somebody was gonna start like a brand new brand and then have a website, I would just suggest starting with Storenvy for the simple fact that they do have a customer base, and that marketplace, those features, you know, they can help you out big time. Hopefully this video was interesting. I'm gonna keep you guys up to date with like what I do as far as Etsy goes. I still haven't gotten on, like, I feel like I have no time for anything, but I'm definitely gonna get on Etsy. I definitely have to upload all of my stuff and see what happens. And when something happens, if something happens, I'm going to be updating you guys and keeping you guys knowledgeable on all of this stuff, because it is what it is. It's super late right now. See this dog? Fussy dog. What up? You want to say hi to the camera? What's up? Anyways, subscribe, like this video, and let me know what your experience is. Do you have Big Cartel? Do you have Storenvy? Do you have Etsy? Like, teach me about Etsy if you know. It's your boy BZ. I'm out. If you really support the channel, because like I legit don't make any money off of these views, please pick something up from EpyonRoyal.com. It's linked below. Appreciate you. Bye.